Tonight, Kevin's going to shock you with his latest dark hack. Plus, cram a PC in an 8-bit Nintendo box? Right on! And watch me take a bite of this 12-inch apple. That's right, live from Detective Studios in San Francisco. Thank you. It's the Screensavers!
Look who's back!
Leo, good to see you.
It's great to see you. Where were you?
I was in Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, back to Michigan, and then home.
Somebody told me that the people who are from Illinois actually call it Illinois.
That's how I say it, but it's argued. I grew up saying Missouri, and we actually had some, angry little 13-year-old kid like, it's Missouri!
Patrick said, isn't it Missouri? And he said, no.
No.
Who are you?
Jerk.
Hey, it's great to have you back. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Kevin filled in for you on Monday. Jessica filled in for you last night. They did a good job, but there is nobody like Kilt Boy.
Kilt Boy.
Yeah. You're the guy. You're the king. You're the one. Numero uno.
Have I mentioned how bad you are at sucking up?
Yes, you have.
Let's just go straight over.
Wait, let's ask what Jessica's. Yeah. Oh, that's what you were going to do. Oh, I'm sorry.
You see, I was turning. I was pointing.
Just in case you guys were wondering.
The big red J.
It is organic. I know you were wondering that. It's organic.
Just keep it away from Dan, because apparently no vegetables or produce can ever cross his lips.
Enter his body, no.
He's trying to work for that pale
Unless they're
pallor.
in the Dinty Moore stew can.
Dinty Moore stew, baby.
Right,
He's ignoring us. He's studiously ignoring us.
Dinty Moore stew!
Stew's on! That got his attention. That got his. What are you doing today, Jesse?
We're going to talk about the actual foot-long, 12-inch Apple PowerBook that I've been looking at. It's been a heck of a lot of fun.
Your actual experiences. Now she's not a switcher, because you're not gonna. It's just a chance to see what this hardware. You might.
Don't reveal the whole segment, Leo.
Well, no,
I don't know. I haven't talked to her. I just didn't think that was in the cards.
We'll discuss.
Oh, might be a surprise.
There is a surprise.
And then Mr. Dinty Moore is taking your calls, ladies and gentlemen, and a little later on, you said at the beginning, in the beginning, Jessica, that Kevin was going to shock you, the audience. No. He's going to shock me.
Yeah.
I think maybe even me too.
20,000 volts. 20. Our executive producer Paul Block's applauding now.
Can I shock him?
Let's take a look at the hot news that caught our eye today.
The news we chose.
A bunch of NASA news, actually, and some good news and some good news. Basically, it's all good news. Of course, the Mars rover went up yesterday. It was cool.
Successful launch.
Successful launch. They had to delay it. They finally got it up. That's going to be very exciting. We will cover that when the rover lands and when it comes out and all that stuff. We'll be covering that in detail. We've got some very interesting people to talk about Spirit. There also, of course, have been problems in the past. They lost the rover, the other rover, and
problem with the Mars launches in the past.
It's been tough. You know what they say, that they're probably alive right now, and I bet watching this show, I'd say Dollars to Donuts watching the show is the first person who's going to walk on Mars is alive right now on the planet somewhere. Because you figure probably in the next 40 years we will get to the red planet and walk on it.
And hopefully it'll be better than either of the movies they've made about that in the last couple of years.
And now talking about Challenger, of course, the theory was that piece of foam came off, struck the wing. They've now done a test, and it looks pretty clear that after a test on Friday, that is in fact what happened.
Shot a piece of foam at wing parts, and it bent them.
It bent them, and it's exactly the kind of damage that could have caused what happened to the shuttle. That's good because, of course, they'd like to figure out what it is and keep it from happening again. And I guess to that end, they're going to do from now on all launches in daylight, so that they can. They have been doing night launches, which are very cool.
Yeah.
They look cool, but the cameras can't see what's going on. So they're going to have high-speed cameras during liftoff in broad daylight, so that they can see what's going on. And if there is damage like that again,
detect potential damage.
And we hope be able to fix it, because of course that would be the worst thing, is to find out, oh, the wing is damaged and we're stuck here.
Well, but they can send up another shuttle. If
that's true. They could get on the space station and eat that old leftover Dinty Moore from the last guys. Finally, NASA is doing a hardware redesign and updating all the old shuttles. In fact, we had one of the engineers in here a couple of weeks ago talking about that, and they hope to get back in the sky in orbit by December. So that's good news.
Yeah, scary thought. The wonderful tax-free days of online commerce may soon be over. In fact, if you're in the European community, it will be over effective July 1st. Washington Post reports July 1st, the European Union will begin collecting value-added tax, forcing all U.S. retailers who sell online to citizens of the European Union are going to be collecting all the value-added tax for the 15 different value-added taxes.
And it's not, you know, 5, 6, 7%.
No, it's like 20 to 25%.
It's like as much as a quarter of what you're paying in tax. No, I mean,
it's been a while since I've seen you foam and spit when you.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, and it's what they normally pay on goods. And basically, the European community side, they want the cash that's being made on the
I don't like it because it's a regress. I don't mind. You know, they tax the internet. I understand that, especially if you're running a standard store, you know, a bricks and mortar store.
Why should I buy a DVD player and pay 25% extra locally when I can mail order one?
So when the taxes are that high, you understand why there's a lot of incentive to do taxing on the internet. 25%, and it's a regressive tax. It hits everybody equally, regardless of how much you make. And I think that's just, anyway, that's not going to affect us, right?
We don't have to. Here's the thing, though. If they have to track all of this taxes for 15 different values across the EC, what's to prevent them from finally? It starts to break down the arguments that it's too complicated to track all the sales taxes in the U.S.
That's the last time I buy Brussels sprouts from Belgium. I'm buying them from the United States of America from now on.
Wave that flag, baby.
No value-added tax here. All right, that's the news. Actually, was it? Remember I'm laughing? They did the, that's the news across the nation.
It's scary.
We have got the information.
Did you do the poll?
Poll.
Okay, I come back last night, fly back from Michigan, find my truck somewhere in the bowels of SFO.
And the battery's dead.
No, battery's fine.
Yep.
Truck gets home, pull into the driveway.
Yep.
It's really quiet in my neighborhood. It's really dark in my neighborhood. Power is out.
Welcome home, Patrick.
Welcome home for like 26 blocks around my house. It had nothing to do with me. We don't know. Basically,
chipmunk, squirrel?
They blew a. All we know is that it was really funny. So one of my housemates started calling, to make sure that PG&E was aware of the power outage, right?
Yeah,
It kept calling every 12 minutes.
My wife always does that. I go, you're one of 1,000 people calling them.
And now they get the computerized recorded message.
Yeah, we
PG&E
know.
has distributed repair cuts to the area. We are aware of a problem with it. It's basically a circuit breaker blew and they had to rebuild it, right?
Yep.
Power's out for like 6 hours. My question for you, what do you do when the power goes out? A, whine until your PC, Xbox, and DVD work again. B, call the electric company every 3 minutes until the power goes back on. C, get your candles and get the old school romance on. Or D, fire up the generator, you unprepared fools.
I have a generator.
You do?
Yep. I haven't used it, but I have one.
Do you know if it runs?
No, I know it doesn't.
Your homework assignment is to get it running. Because there's nothing worse than having like a 7,000 kilowatt generator on your estate in the wilds of California and going.
I think the gas is solidified in it now. It's like solid rock. I have shellac.
Fix it before the earthquake.
I know. Yeah.
Before.
No, I tested it a few times, but I have a nice little Honda generator for exactly. You know why? Because we're on pump.
Right.
We have well water, and so it's not merely that our lights would be out. We'd have no water.
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
You may need a storage tank.
And we do. We have 8,500-gallon storage tank high up on the property. I open the sluice gates. It comes rushing down. What are you laughing at?
8,500 gallons
I'm
for
ready.
like 4 people. 4 gallons a day is like what? 4 months?
No. I wish it were. It's about a week. David joins us on the line because we take long showers from Fremont, California.
It's a long shower.
Hello, David. How are you?
Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. And yourself?
Oh, we're fine.
Very
Welcome
relaxed.
back, Patrick.
I'm sorry?
He said, "Welcome back."
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I had a question. We were talking about bugbear last week, and brought up something that
nasty
I
virus.
wondered about before. This is one of those kind that opens without having to click it. That
yeah,
makes it a little more worrisome.
It takes advantage of a flaw in Microsoft Outlook and Outlook Express that if you just see it in the preview pane, the virus is activated.
Right. But I use Netscape Mail, and I've often wondered if I would be subject to the same, I try and be careful about attachments, and I have a hardware firewall and virus detection and all, but, something that opens by itself is worrisome. But I've always heard that this takes advantage of Outlook. So does Netscape Mail or Mozilla or other types of mail clients have the same problem?
In your case, no. Now, it doesn't actually technically take advantage of Outlook. It takes advantage of Internet Explorer, of a flaw in Internet Explorer in conjunction with Outlook. So it uses a malformed MIME header that is then run through Internet Explorer's rendering. The problem is HTML mail, frankly.
Right.
If you were only in text mail, you would not have this problem. Because a lot of mail now is actually a web page.
Right.
That's where you can get in all sorts of trouble. Now, you're still using Netscape. You're still getting HTML mail and still being rendered, but you're rendering it using the Netscape engine, not the Internet Explorer engine. So in this case, not in all cases, but in this case, you'd be safe. Bugbear wouldn't affect you. But I think HTML mail is the problem.
HTML, though, you're executing code in your system. No matter how safe you try to make it, you're still bringing in stuff, executing it on your system,
Sure.
and it's a little sketch.
ActiveX controls
pretty,
still
it's shiny,
work?
it takes up a lot of space.
Right.
But
yeah.
it
I don't.
exposes
In
you.
fact, for that reason, David, I don't use I use an email program that intentionally does not render HTML. It turns anything into plain text, strips out any tags, and if I want to see it in the page, I click a button and I can then load the browser.
On the flip side, compared to Outlook, he's a
lot safer.
Yeah.
Because you know, when they you know, why do you rob banks? Because that's where the money is. Why do you attack Windows? Because that's what most people are using.
Yeah.
The holes are. So if anytime you're not using a Microsoft product, you are safer, not because it's more secure, but just because that's less likely to get attacked. So, David, the good news is you're safe from Bugbear. You're safe in most cases.
The bad news is if somebody decides to hack everything, eventually they'll get to you too.
Netscape could have the same exact problem. It'd have to be a different hole in the Gecko rendering engine built into Netscape.
Interesting thought.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, thank you for the call, David. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to show you. This guy is wacky.
This is cool.
He is so cool. He has taken an 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment System and stuffed a computer into it. And we'll show you how he did it after the break. The Dark Tipper is back. Kevin Rose. He's going to reveal his 20,000-volt controller. Now that's gaming. But first, don't go yet. Get your helpful web tip. Here you go.
Bring it on, Kevin, bring it on. Mozilla is not just a replacement for Internet Explorer on Windows. Oh no. Go to mozilla.org and you'll find the Mozilla browser for Windows, OS X, and Linux. Stick around. We've got more screensavers coming on up.
Okay, I'm a little nervous right now. Before we go show this shocking product here, we want to warn you that what we're about to do here can be dangerous, and if you don't do it right, it has the potential to seriously harm you. So, if you're going to do this mod, we urge you to work with an experienced electrician, somebody who understands electricity and its potentially disastrous, harmful effects. And if you're a kid, please don't do this at home. This is not for kids to torture their little sisters with. So Kevin's been up to a little bit of mischief.
Yes, I have.
How'd you get this idea?
Well, I was playing some Mortal Kombat,
Yep.
and normally we just gamble on our games, but this time...
All the fun went out of that, huh?
Yeah.
Once you took all of Foo's money.
Once I lost all my money, we decided...
you lost yours, huh?
Yeah, we
All
decided
right.
to take it to the next level. So what I did is, like you said, I got James's help from our engineering department. There's James right there. Wave, James.
Without James, so James, this is not going to kill me, is it? It shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
It should. I'm so inspired by
He's
this.
the master. He really knows the electronics component of this.
You took a standard Xbox controller.
Standard Xbox controller, and what I did is I hooked up a 20,000 volt shocker, pest shocker to it.
Did it have to be 20,000 volts?
Well, that's part of my plan, yeah. I'm going to get rid of it today.
You want to run the show, don't
Yeah.
you? All right. So how does it work?
Well, what it does is basically, you remember when you play an Xbox game and it rumbles?
Yeah.
I replaced one of the rumble packs with the shocking pads on here. You see those little two bolts on there?
These little electrodes?
Yeah, those little electrodes right there, those are what's going to pass the shock right through to your hand. So
the flesh of my hand will be in contact with these?
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's going to... Now, I have to say, you offered to let me try this.
Right.
Before the show, but
And
I
you
didn't want to.
Okay.
I want to be fresh for the show.
I'm going to go ahead and power it up now.
So should I wait?
I'm putting the batteries in.
Okay,
Now,
I'm a little
you don't have any
nervous
heart
about
problems?
Not yet.
You're not pregnant?
No.
Okay, we're going to fire this up.
Just look that way. Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to
All
do
right.
now is we're playing the game, and
Okay.
when you receive damage,
Okay.
you're going to get shocked. So you got
okay.
your hand on it?
Wait a minute. Just tell me how to get out of here. Okay.
Do your hand lightly on
Lightly?
on the
Okay.
controller. Okay,
No,
now.
no. I got you.
No.
I got you. I got
Stop
you.
fighting me. Let me.
Ow! Jeez. Please. Stop fighting. Ow!
Yeah.
God! Ow! Ow!
How bad is it?
No, it doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah, right.
No, turn it up. Can you turn it up?
Let me
you
see
turn
where your
it up?
hand's at. Do you have your hands on the
Oh,
contacts?
I feel it. You see my thumb jumping? Ow! All right, that's enough.
Yeah, you can.
All right. That's actually really cool.
You like that?
Yeah. All right, I took my hand off.
So that's how it works. But
Oh,
let me
jeez.
show you the inside.
I thought I was dead.
Let's have Jessica. Jessica, you wanted to
Jessica
try it
wanted
out.
to try this? How do you feel? How are you with pain?
I'm great with pain.
You know, it's good because instead of the rumble,
I'm great with pain.
Instead of the rumble, it really is effective. Go ahead.
Okay.
Remember, you put the flesh of your thumb right there.
The flesh of my thumb.
Yeah, just like you would play with it normally.
So just put your hands over the top there, nice and light.
It stings a little bit. Yeah, you see? You see?
Can you feel it?
It's more of like that.
It doesn't hurt, but it shocks you.
Like I do, you little.
20,000 volts, but it's low amperage,
Low amperage,
right?
that's the whole.
Do you
We gotta
have a
say
shocker
that.
on yours?
No, not on mine.
Freaking
No,
cheater.
yeah, I'm shock free.
That's
pretty
Hey, you know who's in the
Fair.
audience tonight? We got a celebrity in the audience tonight. I want to bring him over here. Lowell Cunningham is the man who created the Men in Black comic, which of course was the inspiration for the great movie Men in Black, Men in Black. Come on over here, Lowell.
Come on, Lowell.
Come get shocked.
And Lowell is a gamer, right? You play games. You have all the game machines.
Of my own.
Now, is this something you'd like to try?
I'll try it.
All right.
This is our version
like to,
of
I won't
jumping
say.
you in.
Okay, we love Men in Black, by the way. It's been good knowing you, Lowell. See you later.
So just put your hands over the top there.
All right.
And I'm just going to go ahead and shock you there. There should be.
Are you feeling anything?
I'm getting nothing.
He's blocking all my hits. That's why he knows how to play the game.
He's played this game.
Did you feel it? Yeah, I came through.
Okay. Could you imagine doing this to your
was
system
good.
at home? Wouldn't that be cool?
For my friends.
Yeah, just like Kevin. All right, thank you, Lowell. Thank you, Jessica. Let's find out how this guy did this. Here's an open up controller.
So I've opened the controller up, and what you see here is you see on both sides here, these are the little motors that rotate that cause the vibration inside the Xbox controller.
Because
Exactly.
Okay.
So what we did is we took a little, so now this is a standard USB connection.
Okay.
You know that the Xbox controllers
It's powered.
are actually USB, right?
Yeah.
It's 5 volts just like standard USB 1.1
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So what we did is we got a 5 volt DC relay.
Okay.
And so what happens is you hook this up to the relay, the +5
So you
and the ground.
disconnect that from the rumbler.
Disconnect the rumbler, take the rumbler out. All it is a couple screws.
Okay.
And then you hook the relay to that +5 and the ground. And then what you do is there's 2 wires that come out of the shocker.
Yeah.
And if you connect those 2 wires, it activates the shocker. So what the relay does is every time that the Xbox controller is supposed to rumble, it trips the relay and activates the
Now,
shocking.
this shocker is not. Where did you get this? This
I
is
got this
pest
off a website. Yeah, it's a pest shocker. It's for small rodents, and you know, I couldn't find anything, so I found a pest shocker. I was going to use a shocking dog controller, for the dogs, but it wasn't strong enough. I wanted something with a little more kick, so I went with the pest shocker there.
And you have 8 AA batteries.
8 AA
powering it.
batteries
How long
powering
will
it
they
up.
last? Have you?
I haven't had to change them yet,
You haven't
so,
changed.
and I've been shocking quite a few people.
Have you? Yeah. So this is again. I want to emphasize. Now, normally 20,000 volt. I mean, your AC out of your wall is 120 volts.
Right, but that's a lot more powerful out of the wall because it has a higher amperage behind it.
The key on all electricity is the amperage is what kills you.
Exactly.
All
it's
right.
not
so
the volts.
this is how low is the amperage on this?
0.02.
Very low amperage.
But it's got a wide freeway. Think of the volts as like the freeway, and then the amperage is the cars
It's
going
the
down
force.
the freeway.
Sometimes they talk about the force of the water going through a pipe. And you know, to be exactly accurate, it doesn't hurt. It feels like a bad static electric shock.
A little sting. You want to set the controller
Well, it
down.
certainly
You definitely
affects
don't
you.
want to play.
Yeah, you don't want to get hit.
It was making my hand twitch earlier.
Patrick, come here. I want Patrick to try this.
Let's see what Pat
We
thinks.
got all the detailed instructions if you really want to do this on the website. But again, let me caution
It's 20
you.
bucks for the shocker. That's all it costs. It's really cheap to do.
It's an easy thing to do and a cheap thing to do, but don't do it wrong because you could hurt somebody.
Don't use anything out of the wall or anything like that. Make sure you get one of these shockers that's known and
How do
tested.
you feel? You feel
I
good?
think you should hold it in my arms so we can share the experience.
No. You hear that
feel
crackle?
Yeah, actually, it's really annoying.
It doesn't hurt exactly. It just makes you jump.
Pat's a big guy, so he can take the shock.
Pat's a stupid guy.
I almost dropped Dan with this. He almost passed out.
Well, he eats standing more stew all
He's
day.
like 80 pounds,
If he ate a
so-
salad,
Yeah, it's really.
You feel it?
A lot of it depends on where it is. If you put it closer to the middle of your palm.
I
it
see
really
your
starts to
arm
hurt.
shaking back every time you do it.
If you want all the detailed instructions and pictures on how you too can build your own 24,000 volt shocking controller,
And don't let your hand get too wet.
head over to thescreensavers.com for Kevin's complete article with pictures and everything. Stay put because Jessica's on a power trip with her new power book. It's
popping out. Shooting the spark out of it.
And up next, when you install programs in Linux or any Unix, where do they go? Where do they go? Our next caller would like to know what the equivalent of the program files folder is in Unix. After a quick break, we'll tell him. Stay here. All right, let me try. Go ahead. Come on, beat me up. Don't forget to register for this week's Screensavers LAN party, powered by NVIDIA. We're going to mail out the invitations after the show tonight, so you got to apply right now. The game, we're going to play this fun one. It's the new Wolfenstein game. It's called Enemy Territory. It's free. You can download it. How big is it, Joshua? It's 150 megabytes. It's
Don't
fun.
worry, the servers are now at a crawl.
It's very team oriented. You can steal uniforms. You really have to work with it. If you like Counter-Strike, you're going to love this. I'm not a big team player, but this is the kind of thing if you like team games. But you got to go right now to screensavers.com. Join our LAN party is the link. Click on it. What are you laughing at?
You're not a big team player.
I'm not a big team player. You know that about me, don't you? I'm kind of a solo kind of guy. We'll see you this Thursday. That's tomorrow by my calculations for the Screensavers LAN party. You howled when I said that.
That was funny.
Yeah, I'm
Nick
not a team player.
joins us on the phone. I'm just sliding along. Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Hello, Nick.
Nick? Anyone?
Oh, he's listening. I can hear the TV.
Hello?
He's listening to TV. Turn off the TV because there's a delay and it's going to be very confusing. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
All right,
Nick.
hang up on him.
Hello?
Hang
Turn
up on
off
him.
the TV.
We're done with Nick. So, folks, do us a favor. When you call in, it's just like in the radio shows. I mean, how many times do you have to say that? Turn down the volume because you won't be able to hear us. You'll be going, hello? And you just sound like a nitwit. So the question he was going to ask, Dan, did you know? Did you talk to him? What was the question he was going to ask?
What he wanted to let me check my notes. He wanted to
He wanted to know
where like the default installation goes when you try to install an application.
In Linux.
Windows
Linux,
installs software in the program files. Where does Linux
I
install
wish there were
software?
one single location. For a while, there was a move to put everything in /opt, like their
Right.
options, and that died a gory, grisly death.
It would have been a messy folder.
Traditionally in Unix and mostly in
File
Linux, it's
directory.
/user / either local or /user /bin or /user /sbin, or it could be lots of other places.
Some kind. So probably user/bin or
User local is where it's supposed to be, okay? However, the best thing to do, Nick, is there's a command that go on the command line, type where is, one word, where is, and the name of the program. And it'll tell you where it is. Wow.
It's just that simple.
And then you'll know. And there really isn't a really standard place. Stuff is moved all over. If you're looking for applications that come with a system, that's in usually /user bin, USR when I say user, /user bin. In theory, /user local is stuff that you've installed, could be /opt, and who knows, it could be anywhere. Use where is, that'll find it for you.
Good luck, young Jedi.
Hello? He's probably still saying, hello?
What's going on?
Am I on? Hello?
Can you just answer my question? And now the
Hello?
TV's off.
In
so
7
we missed
seconds, you'll hear the answer to our question.
Don't go anywhere. We'll show you how to build a PC inside of your very own Nintendo box. And coming your way, Jessica's got her Mac mind. Well, she's done the Mac thing. She's gone Apple. Stay tuned to find out just what this means. And first, well, think fast. Jessica with a web tip?
Yeah, think fast.
Think fast.
Okay, VSync, trilinear filtering. Do you know what these terms mean, and should you even care? Well, I'll tell you, you should. Go to our show notes section and check out our favorite lab rat, Robert Heron's article on video card terminology. You'll learn everything you need to know to become the ultimate video card tweaker. Yeah, more screensavers coming on up.
Welcome back to the Screensavers. I was standing over there. I'm Leo
I see how
Laporte.
it is.
I know. I was in the wrong spot. That's all.
She's
Coming up.
magnetic.
Yes, it's actually her. Coming up this half hour, you think your Nintendo's only good for playing games? Well, think again. We're going to turn it into a PC, and we're not only going to do that. Tim, the guy who's doing it, is going to sell it on the internet for you. You could buy it. We'll show you all the details. Plus, can you get rid of, what's the best, safest way to get rid of a Trojan horse that's been snuck onto your system? We'll show you in a little
How
bit.
to eliminate them. But in the meantime, we're going to check in with our friends over at Tech Live to see what's coming up under the radar tonight.
Well, we'll get it right over the radar just a little bit. Got a question and an answer for you guys. Why can't we all just get along? And here's the answer. Because that's utopia, baby. Huh? That's utopia. Let's face it. It's not going to happen, right?
No.
Well, hey, look at this. Look what happened on to The Sims Online. The Mafia has come to the hood. I mean,
Really?
rival families with names like Sopranos. Does that sound familiar? Hierarchies that include capos, made men, they're all laying down the law. Man, that's all there is to it. And what's the real deal? Find out tonight why fans and creators of the game are trying to create order through vigilantism, huh? That's going to happen tonight. You can connect to that, Leo?
Yeah, man, I love that. That's cool.
Good. Well, that's coming up tonight on Tech Live.
All right.
Thank you, Chris. Nothing quite like a sim kneecapping coming up tonight on Tech Live right after this show. In the meantime, Leo, are you converting Jessica?
I'm not. I have not. Have I proselytized?
No.
No. I've let you be with this thing, but as you know, it's time for the Corbin Report.
The Corbin Report.
Jessica, we give her a new piece of technology every week, and she goes out, and without any help from anyone, she'll go out and try this stuff and then come back and let us know how she liked it.
Maybe you were lobbying me because you're the guy that picks out these here gadgets here. So maybe you were teasing me.
We set her up with a thing that I actually really would love, which is the new aluminum 12-inch PowerBook, the little one, not the big one. And we're going to see whether she likes her little G4.
Yeah.
Now, you've never used a Mac before.
No, not at all.
So the very first thing, you had to get used to a whole new operating system, a whole new way of doing things?
Right, but what I found out was that the intuition on this computer was just amazing.
Really? You felt comfortable with it?
I felt totally comfortable from the get. I mean, there were little things like no right click.
Right.
That kind of sucked. You know?
Yeah.
But I found out control click. Voila. You know, you figure it out as you go. But again, yeah, this operating system to me didn't really feel that much different than a regular PC.
No, nowadays they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the hardware itself.
Okay.
This is a pretty small computer.
Okay.
Is it too big, too little? Is it okay with you?
It was perfect size for me. I was cruising around just like carrying it. You know, I was a waitress before this cool gig, and I was just like do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Totally easy. Yeah, totally easy, totally simple. Was able to connect into the Ethernet, no problem.
It's a good-looking computer, right?
And
I mean, that's kind of one of the.
And you know I'm
nice
into the
things about
style, people. You know I'm into the style.
You're not ashamed to go around and sit in the cafe with something like this.
No, I almost wore it as a necklace. Just put a little chain around.
It's kind of small.
Made it into a little choker.
So that's okay. So it wins on style points. Not so hard to use. Some of the things people complained about is this gets pretty hot.
Okay, so that was a huge drawback for me because I like to type with it on my thigh. And honestly, it might be a drawback, might not, but you could honestly fry eggs on the bottom of this computer. It burned the fire out of my thigh.
Oh!
Yeah. So I think, is there an accessory that you can put underneath?
You can just put me underneath it. I'll just lie on your thigh and you can use that. I'll be your heat pad. Oh no, I'm sorry I even said that. Forget I even said that. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? No, yeah, I know, thank you. Oh. That hurts worse than the controller, actually. That was quite painful.
What I did love about it was that it inspired me to be creative. Now, for all you creative people out there, I would recommend this computer because what it did is you know, like when you dance with a good dancer and they make you look really, really fancy on the dance floor? That's kind of like how this was.
Word processing did you do? Did you do graphics on it? Did you
everything. Yeah, I did word processing, I did graphics. I was even able to create this cool little screensaver of the screensavers in no time. I went around with my little camera right like this, right? And I took pictures of all the screensavers and you come up with beautiful images.
Of
like
Kevin's nose.
Like, no, you can't really, yeah, there we go. There's
that's
Mrs.
a good
Sarah
looking, that's a good looking image of Sarah
And so
Lane.
what it is that it took me, honestly, probably about 5 minutes. I went around, took pictures, hooked it into my computer, and saved it to a photo album, and converted it to a screensaver. Honestly, for me, it took me 5 minutes. That's incredible.
Now did you have the one with the DVD burner in it, or just the
That's the money shot. You gotta get that.
Oh my God!
Thank you.
That's Hallie. Is that Hallie?
And that hurt. Hey, and you can get that, picture on the website. Go to thescreensavers.com to get any of these images to create your own screensavers.
What did you tell people before you took their picture?
I said, Leo, and then everybody went.
So now this is $15.99 for I think the one you had,
right?
$17.99 for the SuperDrive model,
right?
Now that's a good question. How much? Too much? Is it fair price?
I am so down to buy this thing.
You think so?
After using it for a couple weeks, I swear, if I get a raise, Paul Block. If I get a raise, I'm down to buy this thing.
The big bonus.
Or if the price drops. Now, when is the best time to buy?
Well, after I buy, generally.
Okay, why don't you buy?
Then the price did just drop, $200, and in fact just dropped.
Okay.
And the rumors are that Apple's going to announce a whole line of new 15-inch PowerBooks in 2 weeks at the Worldwide Developers Conference on June 23rd. That's what I'm waiting for, and I'm going to look at the new ones, and then I may end up getting this. Although I have to tell you, Cory Doctorow was in with his, and he beats his laptops up like crazy, and his was bent in the middle, bent in the side, beat up, and he said, I'm not sure he would recommend it. So I think reliability-wise, Now you're probably gentler than he is.
I am.
And he writes all his books and everything on his laptop.
Okay.
But so I would say for you, let's wait and see what happens on the 23rd.
Okay.
And then when Paul comes up with the check, I'll walk you to the store.
Very nice.
In fact, I might be buying one at the same time.
So in short, I am definitely down with this piece of Apple's pie.
2 thumbs
for
up?
sure. 2 thumbs up.
All right.
And to read my experience and more information on the PowerBook, like specs and stuff, go to our website. And if you want any of these lovely pictures again, hit up the website and use them as your screensaver. That face that I made won't come often. That's like a comet.
So scary. Look at Prager. Oh my.
Like Haley's comet. And continue to email me at jessica@techtv.com. Now, I hear I have another present.
Yeah, well, every time you do this, we're going to take this away.
Yeah.
But we giveth as well as taketh.
Taketh.
So here is your next assignment for the Corbin Report, my dear.
This is interesting.
Open her up. Let's see what she's going to be taking a look at next week. I won't be here next week. I'm going on vacation, so you'll have to do this without my help. Look at that. We wanted to give Microsoft their shot. It's a brand new tablet PC.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, this is the hot thing that Microsoft's pushing like crazy.
Okay.
And there are some people who love it and some people who hate it. I won't tell you what camp I'm in, but we want you to try it. We want to try the handwriting recognition, take it to meetings, see if it fits in with your busy schedule.
Be good for writers. Okay.
Yeah. And then you come back and tell us which you would rather have because they're about the same price.
Okay.
All right.
Very
Thank
fun.
you, Jesse.
You're
Stay
welcome.
where you are, folks. Our next caller wants to know if your antivirus software detects a Trojan horse, then what? But very important. But next, what are you laughing at? We'll show you how to build a PC inside your old Nintendo Entertainment System when the screensavers continue. Very good. Very good. How would you like to load up your house with $100,000 of the coolest tech products around? Next week, thanks to our sponsor, Circuit City, Tech TV's Digital Dig Sweepstakes will give you the chance. In addition to the grand prize, that makeover for your home, you'll also get a chance to win daily prizes like a TiVo or a portable DVD player. Now, there's a catch. You've got to watch Tech TV in order to enter. So go to techtv.com, learn all the details, then watch all next week for your chance to win big in the Digital Digs contest. Our next guest just can't leave the past alone. He's done what many of us have wanted to do, resurrected his old Nintendo, and man, has he resurrected it. He's taken an entire gigahertz PC and crammed it into the 18-year-old carcass of an 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment System. Let's say hello to Tim Wasson. Tim, welcome.
Hi.
It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
First of all, is this your old Nintendo?
It's not. No, I bought broken ones on eBay to do it.
Old broken Nintendos.
Old broken
People
ones.
sell broken Nintendos on eBay?
They sell them by the lot, yeah.
Really?
Tons of them.
How much?
I paid $24 for 6 of them.
$4 a piece.
$4 a piece.
And you don't care if it's broken because you're going to take the stuff out.
Right, as long as it looks good.
I'm amazed that people sell broken stuff on eBay. I mean, who wants broken stuff?
I do it all the time. I don't know.
You sell stuff on
People-
eBay that's broken?
Yeah, people just fix it up and resell it, I guess.
Oh, all right. But you both buy and sell broken stuff.
That's true.
Why did you do this?
Well, I wanted a home theater computer to sit
And of
next
course,
to.
the first thing you'd think of is a Nintendo.
Well, I didn't want it to be in a computer case, so
Right.
it just made sense.
This you could put on your shelf next to your TV, and
And it
nobody
would
would
look-
know the better. They'd
it
think
would
you were a
look
little out
good.
of date.
Yeah. But you can play video games on it, you can watch movies and play MP3s and all the other good stuff.
Tell the truth, though. Really, there's a certain amount of nostalgia, isn't there?
There is. That was the big point.
Yeah. In fact, you've made this so we'll play Nintendo games.
You can play Nintendo games with emulators, yep.
So why don't we do that? Let's see. Can we do that now? This is it
Yeah.
running Windows right now.
Yep. You want to see it with the remote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, just
So
hit the-
you're using a Philips remote, one of those LCD remotes, so you
Yep,
can start the
Aparato.
Nintendo emulator. Which one are you using?
The emulator is called Nestron.
That's a pretty good emulator?
It's the best one I found.
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
just-
you probably need to push more buttons, don't you? Or is
Oh,
it
yeah.
doing it? I took it away from you as you were about to.
Yeah, you hit open there.
Oh, so
and then
that's
you
kind of
just-
acts as a mouse.
Yep.
You've also set it up so that you have a wireless infrared keyboard, so you can do that.
Yep, with a built-in mouse actually, so that you don't have to have a clunky old mouse sitting on your coffee
And
table.
I
or
love
anything,
this. You
so-
kept the old controllers. You could use a modern joystick.
Yeah, you can use any controller.
But you really want. Now, was this hard to get working?
Not really. No, you just buy an old parallel port cable from Radio Shack or from anywhere.
So these are parallel devices.
Right. Yep. There's all sorts of drivers that you can download to
And
do
look
it,
at this.
and-
We're playing Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure which
There's something
controller.
kind of weird about doing this, though, on a Nintendo with a PC inside that's playing Nintendo games.
Yeah.
That's very funny. In fact, it does a better job of emulating than the Nintendo itself. This actually looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, it doesn't skip. It
Go
doesn't
ahead,
get
play
that-
a little bit. I want to see.
It
I wanna
doesn't
see
get that blue screen. It doesn't do anything bad. So.
But you could do everything else you could do in Windows.
Yeah.
What version of Windows are you running?
This is 98, and I
98?
did that just because, you know, to save on processing power and stuff.
But you have enough processor in here. You got a gigahertz chip?
Yep, and a 512 megs of RAM, and
All right, let's shut it down and take it apart. I want to see what's inside of it.
All right.
Sorry, Mario. Bye-bye, Mario.
just unplug it there.
I love this. And here's the guts. We're going to remove the power supply cable so we can. Did you have to modify the motherboard or anything else to get this to work?
The motherboard, no.
This is one of those mini ITX motherboards?
Right, it's 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches.
So it just happens to fit perfectly in this
It fits absolutely perfectly, yep.
And then, so this is the motherboard down here. And then this is the hard drive?
This is the hard drive. It's a laptop hard drive with an adapter to make it work with the desktop motherboard.
Right.
This is the DVD drive.
Oh, cool. So you didn't just put a CD drive in there, you put a DVD. That's right, it's your home entertainment.
Gotta go all the way, yep.
Okay.
And this is the power supply, of course, which fits perfectly in there. So
that's not a PC power supply, or is it?
It is, yeah. It's called an Enhance. It's 90 watts.
So it's a small power supply, but you don't want to have a lot of juice in here because of cooling issues, right?
Exactly, yeah. 90 is more than you'd ever need, so it works fine.
You didn't use a Pentium in here?
No.
Why not?
Heat problems mostly.
Okay.
And the boards are really expensive for the Pentium chips. Yeah.
What chip did you use in here?
This is the VIA chipset.
Okay. VIA chipset and VIA processor.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Which processor?
It's this is the 1 gigahertz. Yeah.
1 gig. Okay. And how big of a hard drive is that?
20 gig.
20 gig. It's really kind of like a laptop basically in here.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's got a desktop motherboard, but what a lot of people are doing now is putting in really small hard drives, like 6 gigs, and just getting all their media from a network.
Absolutely.
Network, so.
Does this have a network built into it?
Yeah, it's got Ethernet, it's got S-video output, so you can play it on your TV just like your regular Nintendo.
So you would watch your DVD movies on this as well?
Mm-hmm.
And does it have, what kind of sound does it have coming out of it?
Either stereo with the regular jack, or it's got 5.1.
You got 5.1?
Digital audio
Was that a
output,
feature of the motherboard, or did you add a 5.1 sound card?
That's in the motherboard, yeah.
It
there's,
is. Well,
there's not really room in there to add anything else.
No.
It's not on the motherboard. So.
Now, here's the cool things, folks. He's going to sell this one. Yep. How much is it going for right now?
Last I checked, it was on eBay. It's about $215, but that was a couple hours ago. I don't
what
know
should they search for if they want to buy it? There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
It
looks like NES PC or NES computer.
That'd be enough to search for.
Or
screensavers. You know what we could do, and you should ask your top bidder, but Patrick and I could autograph it, Yoshi could autograph it, Kevin, Jessica, we'll put our, if you want.
Right, no, I promised some pictures already.
All right, okay, so if you want, we can autograph the inside if you don't want anybody to know we've autographed it. Your ultimate home entertainment system. Are you going to build another one for yourself now that you're selling this one off?
Trying to decide, seeing how much I get for that one, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you could have a whole business.
This is my third one, so I want to move on to my next project. But
oh, so you already have one on your desk or on your home entertainment center, right?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Oh, well, what are you going to do next? What's your next project?
I want to build a front screen projector, actually.
Your own front screen projector?
My own front screen projector.
Out of what?
Yeah.
LCD panels or?
LCD panels and a couple of lenses that I rip out of other places. And
you got to come back, Tim, and show us that. If you do that, that's a great project.
Definitely.
Your website is junkmachine.com.
Junkmachine.com/Nintendo is the Nintendo site. It's linked from the main site too. So.
And you probably can get to the eBay auction from there as well, right?
Yeah, and from your website as well.
Or from the screensaver. Tim, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
And I think this is a great mod. Look how small it is, and it's a home entertainment center.
You'd never know, yeah.
Awesome. Tim Wasson at junkmachine.com, folks. Go check it out, and we'll give you an autographed version. But let's get that bidding up. I want you to make a little money on this.
I would love to make.
How much money did you put into it, just out of curiosity?
A little less than 500, about 475.
Oh, we got to get over 217. You can't lose money on this.
Yeah, we can't lose money.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank
to
you.
find out the differences between NES PC version 1, 2, and the one we've got here, the top of the line 3, and the link to the box's online auction, check out the screensavers.com. Still to come, more Screensavers action on the way. Plus, Guillermo has a Trojan horse. A Trojan horse! How does he get rid of it? We'll tell you in 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Stay right here. On the line from San Diego, California, Guillermo. Hello, Guillermo. Welcome to the Screensavers.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Not much. How you doing tonight?
All right, man.
Excellent.
Our hands are recovering after being shocked by Kevin's.
That was cool.
Wasn't that wild?
Yeah.
Man, would you want one of those in your house?
Of course. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bring your friends over.
Yeah.
Hey, play a game
I think
with
it's
me.
only fair if both of you get shocked when you get hit.
Well, that would. I mean,
No, not really.
then just pick up a baseball bat or a rod, just swat people in the back of the head. I mean,
so Guillermo, you how do you know you have a Trojan horse?
Well, I ran the AVG antivirus.
Yep, that's the free one we recommend.
Trojan horse music search virus. It gives me the path, and it doesn't delete it. It just shows me the path. I can access that path by going to my folder options and showing the system files.
Right.
But I don't know if it's safe to do that.
It's not that it would be unsafe, but it might not be effective.
right.
You could, sure. You mean just delete the folder?
Right, manually.
Almost undoubtedly, it has left other stuff around. And if it's a really nasty Trojan horse, what did you say the name of it? Music?
It was music search.
Music search. If it's a nasty Trojan horse, I mean, somebody who's really trying to hack you, they will put other stuff in other places, maybe under innocuous names that you would never find.
Yikes.
And that's typical of a hacker. I mean, what a hacker wants to do is hide his traces, and so
Right.
that fact that you found a directory may even be a Trojan horse of itself. Deleting it may not do anything at all. So what the best way to do is to go to a good antivirus research site. We like SARC, Symantec Antivirus Research Center, SARC.com, and see if you can find the Trojan horse that you've found, like music search. The problem is that AVG has different naming conventions. They all have different naming conventions. It may not be called the same thing. But somewhere like SARC will have what they call manual removal instructions for any virus in their database. And those are very good to look at because they will, through their analysis, they'll tell you exactly where files are kept, what DLLs to get rid of, what kind of modifications to your system. I mean, I've seen viruses, Trojan horses, that modify your TCP/IP stack.
Yeah,
and you have to reinstall that, things
And
like that.
there's some stuff you just aren't going to be able to fix. Good thing, anytime you have a Trojan that your antivirus software can't remove, do a SARC search on it, do a Google search on it, and basically say, remove, insert name of here, Trojan.
Right. And look for manual removal instructions. That's what you want.
And they'll tell you how to physically get it out of the system.
AVG is a good free antivirus. I actually use it myself from GRISOFT.com, Grisoft.com. But very often, it's not necessarily a fault of AVG. Very often, these antiviruses will not remove Trojans because it's non-trivial. It's not as easy as removing a virus.
Or worse yet, if the Trojan or the virus is infected files you don't want removed, say your novel, your homework, your
TCP/IP stack.
You don't want it to just rip that file apart in the process of taking it away.
Good luck, Guillermo. You've done the hard part, which is discover the thing. And by the way, try to figure out how you got it, and don't do whatever it was you did.
Yeah. Be very careful what you download.
Safe behavior, very important.
Stay where you are. We're going to read some viewer mail in our final chat session. See you at the stairs right after this quick break.
You gotta catch tomorrow's television program. Discover the truth behind software companies that profile TV viewers through their very own remote controls. It's a big deal now, monitoring you and what you're watching. Plus, I'll show you a TiVo for radio. It's called Radio My Way from Pogo. It's my pick for the week. I'll give you the pluses and the minuses, but I think it's a really neat product. And we tear it up in our weekly Frag Fest with the Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. First time we played this game. Really amazing. It's all on tomorrow's television program. We were talking yesterday, you weren't here, but we were talking about the operating system. There's a rocket that's being sent up with Linux. And I was wondering, what operating system do real NASA rockets use? And Christopher Martins from Mutual Space writes, he says, I watch NASA TV all the time. And it's fun to watch NASA TV. You can watch it on the web, or he watches it on satellite. And he says, believe it or not, in the International Space Station, they use Microsoft Windows.
For the whole thing, to control the thing, for the subsystems.
Scary.
There's a lot of computers inside of there.
That's really scary. You'd think they'd use a real-time operating system.
Hey, quick heads up for people from eBay who use eBay. I got scanned by Liquidation Universe. Their victims are working together to get recompensed. LiquidationScam.org.
Okay.
If you were victimized by that scam on eBay.
There was a big
they
arrest.
Arrested the guy in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, there's a big arrest, so that's great. I mean, I'm glad they caught him.
Yeah.
Now getting your money back. He was selling laptops.
Fraudulent transactions later, apparently.
Terrible.
Ouch. That's it for this edition of the Screensavers. I'm Patrick Norton.
I'm Patrick Norton. I almost said that. I don't know why. I'm Leo Laporte. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to our guest, Tim Wasson, Lowell Cunningham, the creator of Men in Black. And for the rest of you, have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow on Call for Help at 3 p.m. We'll be back here at 7 p.m. Eastern. Take care. Bye-bye.